Fib.NQ on the 2. Fib.NQ on the 2.
Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Let me know how this new microphone is. We had to retire the old microphone, but I can't really hear what's going on, so let me know. You guys can hear me okay. Awesome. I see someone said the mic is good. Great. Sad day. The old microphone, the old Yeti Blue I had since day one, going live almost 8 years ago now, retired. As of our last stream, if you guys heard it, I don't know, something blew out in it. Compressor internally just exploded, something. We had that cold weather and, you know, maybe some electrical issues occurred. In my office, we did have an electrical, don't know if it was a surge or not, I can't really know for certain, but I do know that my UPS, one of my UPSs did the old, like, thing, so that can't be good, but perhaps we got a surge there, or maybe it was the static electricity that comes in Texas when it gets super cold here and super dry. Start to figure out what those wrist, static wrist guards are for. Let's look at a few of these play setups. Don't forget, trading is risky and all that jazz, but if trading is for you, this might also be the place for you. Let's show you guys what we do with AlgoBox. My live cam for my 5-trade sheet is not functioning, as I can see. Let's see if this one's working. Okay, that one is working. I did want to take a nice, a cool screenshot of yet another little setup up here. Give me one moment here. Trying to get a decent set of screenshots going there. We have quite a few on the moonshot, but I have been slacking over the holidays.
Double delta sell and
now we're back in and doing some updates to our training. And again, when I say updates to training, it's not that we're changing our training and, oh, we're going to change all they're doing. No, it's that we're increasing the quality of the training. So that'll be coming in the first quarter of this year. And will eventually be migrated to the website where you will have your own client portal login area where you'll be able to track your training. And I would like us to build an app to track the amount of time you spend in market replay, sort of a market replay timer. We have found that there is a direct correlation in the amount of time that someone spends in market replay and the size of their P&L overall. So we'd like to encourage people to spend time in market replay. Like any other video game, the longer that you play the video game, the better that you get at it. And that's how we approach things. Now remember, everything that I tell you guys here today, I'm not giving any kind of financial advice. I'm not giving you advice on your trading. Everything I'm saying out here is me talking to my younger self. If I were talking to myself, I would say, here's what I've learned. Here's what I do. And I'm just advising myself. You guys happen to be going along for the ride here and hearing what I might be telling myself. And you can decide whether you think that advice is helpful to you or not. Speaking of advice, you guys can give me some advice. Over there on the right, it says 2023. I know it's 2024. I'll be updating a lot of that as we get into the new training series and doing a lot of prep work for that, making outlines. Our syllabus is pretty full. If you guys have not seen the syllabus, do me a favor, Curtis or Eddie, if you guys can grab a most recent screenshot of the syllabus and drop it there in the public chat, and I'll show that here on a live stream here momentarily. Markets are going absolutely nuts right now. Let's turn on the psychology module to not be tempted into any sticky spots here. Let me come back down to spot 1 here. I'm gonna get better at this. Okay, shifting, that's to 1, but I really want to go to this one. There we go. All right, let me update the MACV Ultimate filter here as well. All of the things we have to do for the live stream there. All right, MACV Ultimate window. Let's change that one.
Double delta sell NQ on the 1. Double delta sell NQ on the 1. Double delta sell NQ on the 2.
All right, that should do it. Is it scrolling? Yes.
Double delta sell.
Okay, so the majority of the last bit here, we have been to the long side. First touch of the strong sell. I tend to look for the continuation of the right side first. So I'm still looking for longs, looking for a trap and a move first is my initial instinct. That is a very nice moonshot. Pardon my cold weather voice. So if you have the Enigma, beautiful moonshot right there. Congratulations to those of you guys who got the Enigma back in 2023. It is no longer available, so if you were interested in that, sorry Charlie, not around, but it's okay. Our system is awesome. Lots of trade opportunities. You got all of the other power of the system. But if you're wondering about, hey, where'd the Enigma go? Yeah, that was only available in 2023. All right, let's look at this little cluster here for a potential reversal right here. Reversal cluster. There she goes. Again, right now, speed's not great. And we are leaning down pretty hard. Okay, I'm going to go with the moonshot here. Get a toe in the water on this. Looking for 20. I'm going to change this to ticks real quick so I can count ticks. Okay, it went 10. See if we can get to 20.
Double delta.
Yikes. Okay.
On the 1.
Cross showing up right there. If we don't push up pretty quick here, I'm going to have to take that as a quick loss. Yep, nope, taking a loss. Okay, small loss right there. Wanted to see if that was going to run 20. The speed was going to be real tricky right there. Okay, we got a white cross on slightly higher time frame. Let me come back up here. Sorry, this is moving very fast, so you'll have to watch me a bit here.
Double delta by NQ.
Okay. Alpha Omega touch down below. Look for a four-legged dog trap. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Let's wait for one more. Okay, I want to buy on that cross. Oh, come back down for me a little bit. There we go. All right, half position. We went 9 ticks, did not see 10. There's 10, 20. Get up there, give me 20. We just saw 17. Yikes, white cross. I'll close it right there. Beautiful, and I got my 4K on the day. 2 trades. Not a winner chicken dinner yet, but good enough to get me over my 4K target on a half position there, 4,300. Let me see if I can get some of our audio cues here working. Where is my instance? One moment. Just makes the experience more fun, you know what I'm saying?
That was easy.
Fib.NQ on the 2.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
We love you. You're very special.
Alrighty then. So, what was up with that play here? Let's talk about it. So, we're going to get you guys a video. I've told you guys multiple times throughout our mentorship journeys on Mentorship Mondays, particularly around some of the strategies, the wait for it list. You guys know that over the years I have taught you things to wait for, to really filter through on your trades. I have said that I believe it's personally more difficult to know when not to trade. Knowing when to trade, you know, a setup is a setup, right? But knowing how and when to filter and when to take that, whatever, fill in the blank, what that entry might be. That one being could do a Alpha Omega PRZ cross. Did you guys identify this? If you know what this is called, type a 1 in the chat. If you don't know what this is, type a 2. Do it quickly because I'm about to type it in, so it's cheating. So if you said PRZ cross of any type, yes, it was Alpha Omega powered up. So green is Alpha, red or pink is Omega. But that would be technically an Alpha PRZ cross entry point. Now, what was the wait for it component? I always tell everybody, trade nothing alone. So even that by itself, and technically a PRZ cross of any type is not alone by itself because it is already a combination of things. It is an order flow event. This one in this case happens to be multiple order flow event, but all we need is one order flow event with a powerful structural event, which happens in this case to be a butterfly. There is the butterfly structure, and then boom, into order flow events. We got the speed, all that kind of fun stuff. One other thing that I was already counting, you heard me say, I'm looking for, as a dive bomb comes down, you start to see multiple legs come down. I'm looking for what I call the four-legged dog trap. I think it's, you know, there are some, I've contemplated rebranding the name of the four-legged dog trap just to troll some of the inner circle trader Muppets in there. Power of 3 is kind of funny, but it's the power of 4. You'll notice that the markets move in a lot of 4s. In fact, everybody knows about ABCD, right? If you know about ABCD patterns, Elliott wave, type either Elliott Wave in the chat or ABCD in the chat. Let's see who knows about those. If you don't, type a 2. And I feel like that's kind of basic stuff. We will have an absolute beginners training this year that's coming. But, you know, we really don't focus on that. Usually the people who come here to use our product have, you know, they already kind of know the markets. They know the usual stuff, the usual routines of Elliott Wave or support and resistance, wedges, channels, the basics. And then we just push it and take it to the next level at that point. So some of that, I apologize for not going into intimate details for. I kind of assume you guys know some things when you come in here, but we will cover that this year as well. So fours, you got ABCD. In XABCD, when you're talking about structures, when you're talking about wedge touches, how many touches are required to draw a wedge? 4, right? You need 2 points at the top, 2 points at the bottom. When things move in waves, A, B, C, D, right? 4. Anyhow, the four-legged dog trap, that's what I have branded that because I forget the first, I can't remember the first reason I had originally given that name, but you got the 1, 2, 3, 4, you got the four-legged dog, 4 legs on a dog, 4 leg, you know, it could be any four-legged animal, but this is one of those where I'm looking for that 1, 2, 3, and then 4 happens to also go, and by the way, it looks like everybody pressed the button right here. Awesome. Perfect pinpoint entry location. That doesn't always have to have a cross down here. That one just made it that much more easy. You saw how excited I was to see and take that. This type of movement gets people involved. You see a four-legged move, and no, this is not an ABCD, so not to be confused with. I'm just simply saying 4 instead of 3. You've heard the power of 3 from old ICT, you know, just trying to come up with clever names. He's like, oh, I'm going to call it a kill zone. I'm going to call Vinny's beast mode hour that he has stolen from us. He's renamed and rebranded my beast mode hour that we have, seen in our patterns, and he rebranded it as the silver bullet. But he just, tells his students that it works all the time. He doesn't know the nuances to it, but that's all right. We appreciate him doing our work for us, teaching some people some of the partial information. But we'll finish it out. Power of 4. There it is. So all that to be said, I really want you guys to pay attention to the four-legged dog traps. I like to take plays after a four-legged dog trap. It's one of my favorites. It's an awesome trap. Take the next one. Oftentimes, not 100%. Nothing is 100%. But for me, giving myself advice from like me, version of me, going backwards in time, Vinny from the future teaching previous Vinny, hey Vinny, things that I learned along the way. I'm going to be looking for four-legged dog traps to have some of the best reversal plays. So easy one there for me to finish off and push me over that 4K target. Lots of good speed here today, so should be plenty of opportunities. Also I'm on a new desk. We've got an L desk. Now maybe you guys already knew these existed. I don't know why I didn't know they existed, but I did not know that you could get an L desk with a motorized, stand-up desk. I did not know that for some reason. But did a quick search. It's like, I wonder if they have that, and sure enough, it requires 3 motors and all that kind of whatnot, and it's definitely beefy. But yeah, very cool. So I went ahead and rearranged things, got a lot of stuff moved around here. So first day on the new L desk setup. Also, I told you guys that the 55 that I still think is great. For me, I just found myself a little bit not wanting to use the very top couple of inches off of that 55 at the very top. So I have pulled back down to a 43 just for ease on my eyes and neck strain. So I have shifted down to multi 43s instead of the 55s. So just an FYI. So if you guys see some of the new images and things on that, that's what's up there. Again, whichever one you prefer, you guys tell me. Do you guys who have the 55s, do you guys still like the 55s? And you have no problem with the kind of the top corners? Not that they're necessary. Oftentimes, like for me, I like to have this little section right here. This is like the middle of my screen where what I call the control pad. This is the summation of my activity, mostly, is right here in these buttons, plus my hotkeys on my keyboard. So, yeah, four-legged dog trap playing out pretty well.
Harmonic NQ on the 2.
All right, let's see if I missed any questions. Let me see if I can get the chat working. The more I do this on OBS, the easier it will get, I'm sure, and it won't take me as long to get set up when we do live streams. Let's see. Let's go to Super Chat Capture. Need to pop out the chat on the live stream. It needs to be a certain size. Sort of like this. And then I just need to change it to Studio.
DCDM NQ on the 1.
And expand it out. Awesome, there we go. I see Damien's message there. 55 is perfect. Yes, sir, 55 is perfect. Just got to work on the posture. Yeah, you and me both.
Divergence.
Yeah, a 50. You know, Robert, you might have hit it. Like, it really probably is. I kind of want to try a 50 because I do feel like it's just those last couple of inches at the top, the little top strip of my monitor. I find, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like I can't see it, that I don't use it. Just, it's like I find myself mentally not wanting to look up there, not wanting to put anything way up there. I want to like bring it down, you know, like, or if I widescreen a browser, like I want to pull the top down, I'll grab the top and slide it down, you know, kind of thing. I don't know. I just always find myself not wanting to use those upper pixels, and I'm like, well, why is that? It's weird. But yeah, I think it's just a little bit out of the sight range thing. Okay, let's see.
Fib.NQ on the 1. Fib.NQ on the 2.
Okay, there's the shift back to green. So MACV dipped. Take a note of that MACVU that I'm talking about. Like, this is my first instinct almost always, right? When I see a bunch of green, and it can be the opposite as well. Talking to Vinny myself. Dear Vinny, if I see MACVU, it's been a lot of green, back and forth green, back and forth green. Stay into the green side. The first dip down into red, I kind of want to push it back to green. And I don't want to say push it because I'm not doing anything about it, but I feel the market oftentimes pushes right back into it. So my first instinct is still to find a trap and push it back. That was where my thought process began on that last little four-legged dog trap scenario. And then the trap set up, look for a trap, play the next play. PRZ cross was the one. Happened to kind of coincide at the same time there. Pablo, you got the 43? Yeah, you like the 43 as well? Foster on the 43. Does save you some desk space a little bit as well. Brings the sides in just a little bit as well. Kind of puts things into your periphery a little bit better. And again, that depends on how far and what your comfort distance between you and the monitor is as well. Four-legged dog trap playing out very nice. Yes. BBQ on the 55. Excellent. Manuel, you caught a beautiful DCDM there. Awesome. Syllabus was posted pub chat 1101. Thank you, sir. Let me pull that up. Yeah, let's talk about what's coming this year. Also this week, a new release drop. You'll need to update before February 2nd. 2/2 will be the cutoff date. You'll need to update. There it is. Thank you, Eddie. So things that we'll be updating and covering. There's all of our syllabus topics that we'll be covering there this year. So if you want to check out that syllabus ahead of time, kind of know what's coming, that syllabus is there available in the public chat and in the premium member section. And initially, it will still be all kept in Discord on the left-hand side and then migrated to the premium member section under your own login on the website, algoboxpro.com. And you'll be able to track your progress in the training itself. And again, our big picture idea would love to also integrate a mobile app that also ties in with your client portal to track how long you spend in your market replay. And maybe we'll have some prizes around, you know, maybe a weekly and a monthly prize for those of you who like to compete and go, all right, so I'm gonna, who spent the most time in market replay this week? Kind of thing. That'll be fun. And encourage you to do good things. Okay, we just hit high of day. So retouching the high of day, got a big fat alpha omega. Should have done a little continuation there. That's like a free 10 right there. Let's look at how big of a push that was here. Did it get 10 and 15? Oh, it got a full 20. Got 21 ticks off of the alpha omega. In this case would be an omega continuation to the tip there. Pushing through very quickly. Now that did have some speed to it. So of course this whole thing has been speed, so I can't really can't say racquetball play here yet. We do have, let's go look over the top here. We have a gold line coming up. Let me get you guys to the right screen. I am going to get good at this, I promise. If I keep switching between these and getting used to it on OBS. There we go. So up on the twos, we see gold line reversal trade opportunity potential up here at the gold line target. Turned into a racquetball play after all. Look at that. Let's take a peek at where we're at on the masher.
Delta sell NQ on the 8. Double delta sell NQ on the 8.
Come down here to
NQ on the 1. Double delta sell NQ on the 8.
training 1.
Double delta sell NQ on the 8. Double delta sell NQ on
And you got the cheats.
Double delta buy NQ on
Yes, just makes things easier, you know.
Double delta sell
Playing the same game, may as well make it easier.
NQ on the 8.
All right, so there we go. Prior touches, and there's the turn on a 9.9. What was the last one before that? The highest one.
Buy NQ on the 8.
13s. What time was that? 10:32 this morning.
Delta sell NQ on the 8.
Where's the open? So we opened.
NQ on the 8. Double delta
First turn after the open was a 6.4, and a 6.6 pushes it back down. So that's the easy combo right there. There's your 940 to 950 reversal.
Double delta buy NQ on the 8.
So can everybody see that 6.4 and then its match, right? Alpha, omega right there. You see and understand that with the alpha omega tuning, type AO in the chat. Let's spam some AO in the chat there. So this one was right after the open. So we got a turn at 6.4. So now we mentally say, okay, so we're looking for something around that 6.4 area. Boom, did we get it? Yes, ends up coming in up here. There's your alpha omega red right there. Boom, and here comes the nice first drop there. It comes into another butterfly and divergence triangle as well. Very nice. Okay, so now we're in a different section of the day though, right? So we can't take what came in the morning, because what section are we in now? We're in the mid-afternoon, right? So we need to go to 11 o'clock-ish and see where the turn was there. So there's 10:30, here's 10:45, 6.7. Okay, here is 11. First one we see, well, this happens to be the first one that we see here. And we don't have a match. Okay, so we can't really use it for anything predictive as of right now. We'll just use our standard, you know, play the big plays when the masher lines are being touched. So we can wait till this gets up there to 4.5-ish right here for line 1. Now let me look. Today has been moving much quicker, so it actually looks like we need to move this up. Did that? Well, there was a pivot turn there at 10. About this one. Yeah, this one has had quite a few turns at this level here, so I'm going to bring this one down. Here, and then we're going to add another one right up here with a 2-touch here for the afternoon. There we go. Okay, bottom side. I think we're pretty good here on the bottom. Yes. Okay. Looking good. So we're almost there now. So we're almost ready.
Delta sell NQ on the 2.
So I don't even really have to look at my charts yet until I see this touch into this area, right?
Double delta sell NQ on the 1. Double delta
Touched into the new high of day again there.
Double delta buy NQ on the 1. Double delta sell NQ on the 1.
We need to refresh this. So this moved so fast that it didn't register on the indicator. So one moment, let's redraw. So the good and the bad with our calc override settings is
harmonic NQ on the 2.
if the market is moving so fast that it can't register
NQ on the 2.
the drawing on occasion, we got to turn it off. So I'm going to turn off the calc override. Or what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it in a quarter. I'm going to do 250 milliseconds there. Just to make it pretty. There we go. Okay. There's the straight line high day there at 17,088 now.
Fib.NQ on the 8. Double delta sell NQ on the 1. Double delta buy NQ on the 1.
Emmanuel says, can't wait for the small account challenge. Yeah, so we're letting our again, we're the champs. We are undefeated in every trading competition we've been in so far. So knock on wood here. Anything can happen any given day. Hopefully I don't screw things up. But so far, sorry, I'm looking at somebody's screen there. A Lighten switched over to new, and the chart looks pretty hectic. Okay, on RTY. Did somebody help a Lighten get fixed up there? Okay, he figured it out. Okay. He had a bunch of alpha omegas blistered up on him there on his connection. Ooh, double Enigma there. Very nice. So Enigma 1 pushes it back up to high of day, touches it, 31 ticks. If you enter in on the second one to the high, it's 25 ticks. Beautiful. And that's what we're trying to get out of, down on the ones, lowest time frames. We're trying to get that 20. Oh, forgot to turn audio box back on. Whenever you refresh a chart, make sure you turn that back on there. Yeah, thank you, Pablo. Appreciate you, sir.
Double delta by NQ. Divergence down.
Andrew, looks like a four-legged trap cross as an entry. Trying to catch everyone, not necessarily taking them all, but it seems to be as consistent as king timing.
DCDM NQ on the 1.
Thanks for sharing, sir. So I would encourage you, if you are going to do the four-legged dog trap, watch the video on that, how I personally do it. Again, I'm not telling you, everybody's their own animal. You guys can do what you want. But if you want to know, I put in some of my own observations and nuances of how and why I enter in the way that we do. I might give an example, probably right here, actually. It's a nice, just coincidentally. So four-legged dog trap right here, if you were to enter in on just the dog trap by itself, might run into some problems. 1, 2, 3, we got this 4, and we kind of do this chukka. If you were to take it purely, there's another leg out on this one because there was no play set up. What I look for after that, go look at that four-legged dog trap video. Usually I'm looking for something after it, but yeah, go check it out. But just be careful. Not every four-legged dog trap is an entry. So, I think that's what you said. And again, I may be misreading what you're saying. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but my interpretation of what you said was you're taking four-legged dog traps as entries. So just may want to know why I don't just take them as entries purely. But you might also want to know why I take almost every single moonshot. Another beautiful moonshot right there. Did not jump in on that one, but yeah, another beautiful moonshot right there. The majority of all of my trades to get up to, prior to the 4K here we did on live stream, up to around the 3600, 3800 was almost purely moonshots. I think there was one DCDM this morning, and
harmonic NQ on the 8th.
I think all the rest were moonshots. I do believe the rest were moonshots, or some combination thereof. One of them was like a double cross with a moonshot scenario. So, but yeah, I'm pretty much going to take every single one of those. Let's see. No, I meant the white cross would have been a decent entry. Sorry, I didn't phrase it properly. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's hard. We're all typing fast and whatnot. And I don't always type what I mean. But I mean what I say. Okay, so let me see where the masher is. If I had a better read on the masher right now, I might take this. Okay, yeah, no, I think this is a good play. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this. Take this for a little bit here. Okay, there's the cross.
Double delta sell NQ on
It went 9 ticks. I don't know if I got 10 out of that. Saw a 9. Heard audio box to the short side. All right, I'll close it out right there. Yeah. Nope, too much weirdness going on there, and I don't think I got anything out of that play there. So I should not, again, don't do what I did right there. Know where you're at on the masher. So I also do not recommend you guys doing what I'm doing here in the live stream. I'm doing this for you guys, so I'm flipping back and forth between these so that they're right there. Normally, I'm going to have this in my eyesight all the time. Have a MACV chart in your peripheral, somewhere. Have it just there. You don't have to, be flipping between things. You should already know where you're at. So the only reason I hesitated on that one there to take in on that was, well, I had not looked to see where I was on the masher yet, and I didn't have a good feel for it because, I'm live streaming. And the extreme pressure
on the 2.
was trying to kill dead airspace, You know the drill. Boss, there's a bearish crab in MACV there. Remember, structure is not everything, so be careful of that. But yes, I do see it for sure. Remember, trade nothing alone, right? That's just a crab. You know what I'm saying? It's just a structure. I would want something else with it. I get an example over here, right? So this one, we had the end of a diamond into an alpha omega. Now I have to be concerned. You know what I'm saying? Just a structure alone, structure is just structure, right? And that's actually what most people are trapped with. That's kind of all, like ICT traders, all they have are structure, right? They're all just pattern traders, right? That's all they have, and support and resistance, right? We want to have order flow components and things of that sort, and the markets will continue to run through areas when they're pushing. So structure alone, but thank you. And I know you're just kind of trying to test it in there for a warning, being like, hey, just make sure there's a crab there. When things move in two-legged moves, so this is not fully completed out. Like I can kind of just eyeball it and tell. So this is some experience here, but I'm going to press F8 here and do a measure. See, I mean, we're barely at the first, police lines here. This could continue on and on and on and on. I'm not just going to go short just because of a structure. Just always be careful of that. Okay. I want a lower time frame, and look at my MACV Ultimate, right? MACV Ultimate, pure green. It's been green all day. If I look at a higher time frame, most of the stuff is going to be long. We're looking at longs favorable on the day. So a lot of stuff like that. I'm not just pulling reversals. Be very careful on those types of things. Now it could absolutely turn down, but I would want something down here, right? Like I would want a red moonshot or something to jump in on, type of thing. Let's see how far this double enigma would have gone so far. 29 ticks, we'll round it and call it 30. So could you get your 20 ticks out of a double enigma there? Yes. Yes, and we have blue X that also shows no trade. Exactly. More reasons not to, right? The speed. Now, the speed, that's on the higher time frame there up on the 2s. On the 1s, we can trade down here on the 1s, but then on the 1s, that's why I'm looking here. So hopefully you guys know how that speedometer, and things work, right? Like right now, I can take one off the 1s. In fact, this is good speed down here on the 1s, but remember, if I'm down on the 1s, I'm looking for 10 and 15 tick targets in general for T1, T2. Enigmas, generally always trying to get 20.
Double delta
when the speed is good, When you're this extended, should you still be only looking for longs? Yes, in fact, even more so, because that's like what you just said there out loud. I like that what Spartan just said right there. Out loud, you just said what retail is thinking, right? They're already thinking overextended. So when it runs, it's going to run hard. Like you really have to switch your thinking on that kind of stuff. Like it really is, but it's good to make note of that. Like tell yourself, okay, what is retail thinking right now? Retail is thinking exactly what you just said. Way extended. We're probably going to come down. We've probably been going up all day. Those are the day I'm going to keep playing in that direction. Okay. We're well off of the golden ropes. If you were to go on the 89 right now, somebody post a picture of the 89 because I don't even have the 89 in my purview for here on the live stream. But somebody show me a picture, post me a picture of the 89 in the public chat in Discord, and I'll put it here on in the chat. Kind of help you out with an example of how I'm thinking. And why I generally tell you guys, like, look, if you don't want account blowout days and scenarios where things just run up and up and up against you, just go with the MACVU. Okay? That MACVU is green, just kind of stick on it, you know what I'm saying? This guy over here, kind of let it be your savior for, I don't want to say new people, but just, again, I think even a professional can gain insights from this. If this has been green the majority of the time, just keep playing that direction. And if you're going to go the other direction, you know, maybe a scalp, be quick, but don't sit there and keep adding to position and try to hope that the play's going to go against because you feel that, you know, statement that you just posted of like, oh, well, it's been going up so long, it's got to come down type of scenario. Of course, as I say it, there's beautiful, you know, downplay opportunity here. You hear audio box all over that. Okay, I'm still looking for a four-legged dog trap, like right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's a fourth. I got my finger over the buy. First play set up, I'm going to look for is a buy. Would love to see an Enigma pop up down here. There's a cross.
Delta by NQ on the 2.
I want something more than just a cross. Remember, we need multiple things. A cross is not an entry, right? We want a PRZ cross or... Okay, that's actually a short play, so I'm going to go ahead and go moonshot short here. Not going to get crazy with it. Quarter position. Another cross, another Enigma. Very cool. I should add to my position here. I'm going to go ahead and add to my position here. See if we'll get a little bit more out. But this could whip right back. This is classic, like, okay, now everybody's looking short now and could be a rip. So I'm always cognizant of that. If we get down to that pink line. Okay, I saw 12, so it went 12 ticks down. Probably should have taken some off right there, because potential trap. Yeah, don't like that.
Double delta.
Yep, closing it. Nope. So taking a bit of a loss there on that. So again, when you start to see all of that line up, now you see exactly what I was just saying. Like when it drops out like that, and it was probably a little bit greedy of me to go that. Did you see on the ones? What did I get? Right, it gives me my 10. It gave me 12. You know, I saw 12 on the map. Now did I get a perfect entry? No, but I don't think it went 20. Yeah, it went barely less than 20, right? 19. Not the ideal, right? Why? Again, because look at the MACV, right? MACV Ultimate has been green the whole time. Perfect example of, you know, what I'm saying right there. Four-legged dog trap, get everybody looking, okay, now it's going down. Finally, it's been overextended. No, it ain't, right? So let's see if we get an Enigma back the other direction or not. Tempting. That is the cave. I'm going to take a buy right on that pink line. If we touch that pink line, that's the cave.
Double delta sell NQ on
even
the
bigger cave at 81s. 81.25. Got my finger over the buy for what I think will be a trap. And across.
Delta by NQ on the 1. Delta sell NQ on the 1. Harmonic NQ on the 2.
I don't like that I'm continuing to only hear sellers drag into that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, not quite yet.
Divergence up NQ on the 8.
Okay, just for safety, I'm going to go ahead and close that out. It did not do exactly what I expected it to, so I'm closing it. Yeah, see? So something else is coming in here.
On the 2.
Had to bail on that quick. So if it didn't do exactly as I was expecting, then, you know, I'm not trying to hold in. Got to bail.
Delta sell NQ on the 2.
Okay, mark that spot. 17,080s.
DCDMNQ on the 1.
Here in the first set of buyers on a trap. I'm going to go ahead and go long here. See if I can target up into that cipher. Finger over the close. If we start to break down. Boom. Target's filled. Easy. Hashtag too easy. Boom. Right into the cipher crab target. Beauty must get you some triple you.
Harmonic NQ on the 8. Fib.NQ on the 1.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank
Fib.NQ
you.
on the 2.
Yeah, boy.
Double Delta by NQ on the 2.
I love it.
Alrighty then. Now, what I like even more there is that right there. Let me take a screenshot of that right there. I'm going to turn off overlay real quick so I can get a nice, beautiful screenshot off of that. That is a beautiful moonshot plus PRZ cross, multi PRZ. I mean, that is the ultimate entry point right there. Can you see it? If you see the ultimate entry point here, type a 1. If you don't, type a 2, and we know that you're from ICT Crew. Ultimate confluence. I mean, it was just beautiful. I have to go ahead and we'll go ahead and label that up a little bit more, huh? Hashtag too easy. All right, I'm putting that one in the moonshot room there. Give me a moment. It's also PRZ cross. I mean, it's just juicy stuff right there. Multi PRZ,
Harmonic
cipher crab.
Harmonic
Beautiful.
NQ on the 2.
Beautiful lineup. Beautiful lineup.
Double Delta by NQ on the 1. Harmonic NQ on the 1. Fib.NQ on the 1.
How many ticks was it? That's a great question. Let's do the dropout. So, dropout, fallout. If you were to enter in when the Enigma showed up to the bottom of this crab here, that's 80 tick drop. 80 tick drop. If it went 9 more ticks, that would be a full 89 range bar. In a matter of, the start was 11:45. 2:48's 3 minutes. Full 3-minute dropout there. And the double cross there indicating the potential finish of that move. Oh, it's a beauty. A normal beast. All right, I'm going to put a couple of those into the moonshot section there. Give me a moment. We're wondering what we're talking about here. If you want to go into our educational section,
NQ on the 1.
we have screenshots of some of our example setups.
Double delta sell NQ on the 1. Pip.NQ on the 1.
All right, so let's talk about some of our my general rules of trading, kind of my approach. I teach myself, obviously, because I'm not telling anyone what to do with their money. This is just you guys are listening in to advice I'm giving myself. So I'm giving my advice to myself. Hello, Vinny, previous younger self.
DCDMNQ on the 2.
Pre 4 kids. Vinny. Dear Vinny, the human body is only capable of maximum levels of concentration for 60 to 90 minutes. Like, I know that you're the exception to the rule, Vinny. I know you think that, you know, you are young and strong and, you know, you never need sleep and all that kind of stuff right now. But one day you're going to get old like me. And you're going to know that I'm giving you wise advice. And even when you're young, you just don't know it, but your concentration still fades and wanes. You really shouldn't play as many video games. You really should spend only an hour to 90 minutes playing your video game. Enjoy it. Get good at it. In fact, video games are good for your brain. They've proven that. Even Elon Musk has done a long chatter around that as well. He says some of his best hires are also previous gamers, etc. So, nothing wrong with the games, but everything with a limit is good. Everything with rules is good. Anything in excess is bad. Remember that. Okay, so speaking of excess, you can do excessive trading. I recommend that you trade for 60 to 90 minutes tops. And if you're at a good spot there at 60 minutes, you should probably cut it there. Now, if the market's hot, you know, stay in there. Get that extra 30 minutes in. And then take a break. Go off, go do something else. And come back after you've had a nice little refresher. Kind of come back after your brain's recharged, maybe get some food, all that kind of stuff. Take your mind off of it, think about some other things, and then come back again. And the market tends to, the more that you watch it, let me talk about this. I call it the Medusa effect. If you know the mythology of the Medusa character, it's if you stare at her, you die. So the market, in my opinion, is a little bit like that. So I'm giving my own personal self-advice. You guys just happen to be listening in. But if you watch the market, it's always wooing you into believing something. It's giving you a feeling of something. Maybe it's, oh, it's gone up so much. It's way too far gone now. It's gone way too far. It's like it can't possibly go any farther. It really is. It's running out of steam because it was fast, and then now it's having a quote hard. It's having a hard time doing. Dude, the markets never have hard times. There's no any of that kind of stuff. This little struggle thing. We put a personality on the market, but the market has no personality. Okay? There are just people behind it, and algorithms running behind it, and everything is orders. Okay? Order counts. We care about orders. That's what the advantage of AlgoBox is. So yes, Vinny, previous self, I would recommend using AlgoBox to give you an advantage in the markets. That's my personal belief and feeling on it. But don't play the game too much. 60 to 90 minutes is what I want to talk about because we're coming up on 60 minutes right now, and I feel like I need a coffee. You know, I'm just being honest with I'm doing a self-personal assessment. Throat's a little dry there, probably mainly because I'm doing a live stream. I would also note that if you're going to do live streams in the future, make sure that you also pair that up and, you know, don't overdo it. And there is a lot of pressure, and it is actually difficult to talk, think, describe, trade, press buttons, play music, change screens, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot going on there, bro. And it is more difficult than it looks or seems. So take that as well. But yes, 60 to 90 minutes I would recommend for the amount of time that you are going to spend there in one tranche. So I want to be specific about that. You can trade longer than an hour a day, more than 90 minutes. Just, I would recommend a healthy breakup. Don't stare at the Medusa because it will tempt you into things. You will, if you simply came up to the chart and just reacted to what you see, you'll find yourself a lot better off, in my opinion. Everything here is my opinion, and I'm not giving any financial advice or telling you what to do because you know your account size, you know your risk tolerance, etc.
Fib.NQ on the 1.
But yes, I've found that if I've already made up my mind because I feel like, oh, I kind of know what the market's going to do right now, or I feel what the market is doing right now, then I will hesitate on a perfect entry. I will hesitate on just an awesome play setup because I'm just following very specific rule sets from our mechanical and quantitative system. Like maybe even right now, that was a beautiful HMD, right? But maybe I'm not tempted, maybe I don't want to take that play right now because, I don't know, I've really felt like, well, it felt like it was all going down. I've seen 1, 2, 3 legs down, continuing legs down. It's a little bit dangerous, but that's literally a perfect, if you're an HMD player, you know, the risk is like 3 ticks of risk, maybe 4 or 5, and it just pumped, right? There's a 10 and a 15 right out of that HMD, and it's a power HMD. It's a 24 tick run up. Could you have gotten a target 1, target 2 out of it? Yeah.
NQ on the 2.
But you might not because you Medusa effect. Even myself, I'm sitting here looking at it, watching it while I'm talking because that's what I'm doing. I'm out here entertaining on top of that. So a little bit tricky. But yeah, don't let that happen to you. Also, try in general not to take plays when the masher is right here at the 0. Okay. It's going to be a little bit more difficult in general. Now, not every time. Like right now, it could be an absolute perfect dropout. You know, I hear audio box just beating all over it. So, you know, and maybe you'll find some edge in using audio box alone during that moment. Just go off of the order entries coming in. If they're strong enough, hit it. But just be careful. And we're coming up there on that 60 minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this session. I may do another session later today for the afternoon session. So I don't know, you guys type it in the chat. You guys want to see me back? If you want to see me back, type a 1. If you don't, type a 2. Take a quick vote there in the room. And if we want to do it back, or if you guys are busy and think we're closed up for the day, type a 2. Oh, another thing, if you're using a stand-up desk, another one that like standing for prolonged periods of time. I think it's okay. Probably stand there for 60 to 90 minutes, but you know, are you really helping your joints by standing for long periods of time? I don't know. I might have a question on that too. Longevity of the body, take care of it. All that kind of good stuff. All right, I see a bunch of 1s. I'll see you guys back this afternoon. For me, Peppy, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, and Eddie B, I am sitting out the big H-Town. See ya.